Hello? Oh, snap. Alright. Let's do the baby. Yeah, let's do the baby. Yeah, let's do it. Hold on. Where's my headphones? Because I gotta hear this. Oh, this is great. There we go. We're gonna start off with a baby. Hello? Oh, snap. Oh, shit. This is how it's gonna go down, huh? Hello? Alright. Oh, snap. Got one viewer. Testing this out. I'm talking as a baby. Yeah? I love this shit. Oh, hell no. Alright. So we're gonna have Jamie. Jamie's gonna get on this.
What about Lil Ma? Lil Ma? Oh, ooh, that's a scary one. Oh shit. Or maybe do Crazy Clown. Do like a crazy clown. Hey, Jamie, how you doing? Oh, I love that. That's awesome. Let's go. Let me change this though, cause that's.
Alright, yeah. Oh, see? Now I can be like the radio demon. There we go. So Jamie's the one that I'm gonna be getting some tips on, cause I guess he's been doing lives. So we gonna be doing lives.
And I'm just gonna change it to this voice enhancer, cause those voices were too weird. Hold up. Oh shit. Alright. Yeah, I don't need to hear myself. That shit was too much. Oh man. Oh. So yeah, if you're watching, go ahead and hit a like or follow or something. Be like, what's up? What's good? It's Elikatta coming to you. It's 4:20 in North Carolina. North Carolina is 4:20 North Carolina. So what's up? Waiting for Jamie, cause like I think he said there's like some kind of how we do dual stream or something. I don't even know. I don't know how he's planning on doing this dual stream. How do you plan on doing this dual stream, Jamie? Because I don't even know how to do a dual stream. So Jamie's gonna have to teach me like how we even do some of this stuff, man. This is interesting, but we're gonna have some fun. Gonna talk a little bit. I'm gonna let's go to just me. Let's go to just me. Let's go. What's up, yo? So we are just chilling at the moment, just trying to test out a few things, test out whether or not shit fucking works. We're gonna do like we're gonna go till 4:20, on my time. So it's 4:20 his time now. So whenever he gets on, and we can do this, but and then we're going to just bullshit. I don't know. I don't even know what we're going to do right now. We're going to kind of make it up as we go. And I think I got a lot of stuff that I want to show people. I got a lot of stuff that I want to show everybody that, of the stuff that I do, So I want to help people learn how to fucking make art and how to philosophize, because like some of y'all need guidance, I guess. I can guide you, bro. I got you. I got this, So let me see, this might be Jamie fucking right there. So oh, yep. All right, let's give him a phone call here. Let's see this. What's up, brother? So I am live right now. I am like you're on my live right now. We're talking on the phone live. So
I love it, man.
But
yeah, I was just watching the stream, getting all set up, getting ready on my end.
All right. Yeah, I have no fucking clue how you do like a dual live or anything. So you're you're gonna show me shit. So oh well, there you go.
So there's like maybe goodness, I'd say 3 different ways we can do it. All progressively getting a little bit more complicated.
All right. You mind if I put you on like speaker? So then like.
So. Not at all. I'm gonna be on camera here soon. I'm gonna get a stream going.
So.
Yeah, throw it on.
All right, so you're on speaker now, so that like they can hear you too.
Hello, everybody. All right, you guys are about to see my face. We're gonna fix this up and make this a little bit more professional. So, best place for us to start, I would say, let's do the stream in stream, because you're using Streamlabs, I'm using Streamlabs. Let's do the stream in stream thing that Twitch actually encourages on their end, which typically leans into you adding my stream into your kind of window, if you will.
Okay.
I think it might be easier for me to do that first and then pull this phone call through my Bluetooth. So even though I'd much rather post myself up on your stream, it's going to be easier just to start, I think, by putting your image up on my stream. And I've got something that I can Bluetooth my phone through my audio. So that way we might be able to kind of work it out that way. I don't know how well we can, I think I've never done it before, so I'm not sure if it'll be as simple as me being able to talk through my stream into your stream. But I've tested this out one time, so I feel pretty good about being able to kind of walk through it a little bit. So let me just try this out. I'm going to click around for just a quick, let's say 5 minutes. I think I remember exactly where I need to go to get there. and see if I can get it set
Yeah,
up. And then I'll see if
I
I can
see
walk you
there's
through a
like
couple
a
things.
collab cam in Streamlabs. There's collab cam. Invited guests
Yes.
to join your stream from a web
Hey.
browser.
That is exactly it. Yes.
So, what I would like add that.
Yep. If you want to go that route, heck yeah, let's do it on your end. If you feel confident, I like confidence. Let's run with it.
Yeah, let's
So
do
the way
this.
for that, way for that to happen is I'm going to start a stream on my end, and I'll go ahead and go live now, and I'm going to give you my stream, basically, my stream key, my website, and you'll pull it up and put it into your Streamlabs. So it'll be like the same way that you kind of like put a webcam in your Streamlabs. You'll basically be you'll click the add button and click, I think it's called browser. It's basically just a browser, like you'd be going to YouTube or whatever else. And you would just pick my Twitch channel and put it on there. So I'm live streaming, you're live streaming, but you've got basically a browser image of my screen inside of your stream. And that's kind of how that collab cam works. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yes, I see collab cam properties. It pulled up properties like says invite URL. I've got like a invite URL and the webcam source selected below will broadcast to your guests. So it'd be share optional. Oh, so am I sharing or like what? Hold on.
Well, you can do it. Let's do it on your end, actually. Yeah. And actually, you know what? I think what might be easier. Let me pull up so I can kind of see what you're working on your screen. Let me go ahead and just pull up your end on my computer, and I'll kind of walk you through.
Yeah, here, like, cause right now I'll pull it up over onto. I've got my thing set up on just my webcam, but I can turn it to my main scene. Let's turn it back to this here.
Okay, I've got you pulled up now, so I can see your cam.
All right, so you can see everything, like, you know, this is what I'm looking at here. And then there's this is the collab cam properties.
So I think if you hit the add button, collab cam property. Oh, invite URL. You might just be able to throw me the URL then. Yeah, and add guests. Oh, heck yeah. I think what I was doing something a little different. I think I was doing like a stream situation. I don't know if I was messing with this collab cam. If you want to microphone and source select will be the broadcast to your guests, I mean, this might work. And then I don't have to worry about putting a stream up on my end. Yeah, this might actually work.
That's I just noticed it, and I figured that was what we were going to do. I don't know.
Yeah, heck yeah, let's give it a shot. That's why I said there's about 3 different ways we can do it. You know, so let's start slow.
Let's fucking try it. Let's figure it out. Shit.
Absolutely. Okay, go ahead and copy that stream code, and if you want to Facebook it to me or whatever.
All right. Yeah, like I'll copy that, and I will.
Let's get that off screen, because if somebody typed that in themselves, they could join. I was talking with I'm a software engineer, and we just hired this Turkish hacker basically to patch a bunch of stuff, and he was talking about how he was in an interview and somebody had just shown a code on, in the interview they were sharing their screen. He quick typed it in because they could get access to everything during the interview, and was like, yeah, you were just sharing the code while you were sharing your screen there, and I just typed it in while the proxy was still connected.
Oh snap! Well,
gotta be careful, man. Gotta be careful.
Right.
All right, so send that to me.
So Facebook.
Yeah.
Go ahead and drop it to you right now.
Oh, I'm hyped, man. The hardest part of all this is just getting started. I've done so many streams with people, and it's tricky, man. It's tricky to get all the little things together. Most people, people that are CNN, NBC, and all of that. All this, everything's moving to streaming, but they don't have the technology. They haven't been
Right.
born in it and everything. Okay, so it looks like it's loading up in my browser. Fascinating. So it is going to pull me away from Streamlabs. So what I was imagining was like me starting a stream and you showing the stream inside of your stream, which would allow for me to kind of stream through Streamlabs, and that gives me tons of control. But let me close out of Streamlabs. Let's go this route. This looks simpler. And just give it control to my... Oh, it's only going to let me... See, and this is the tricky part. I can only give you one of my cameras. So I was planning on having like a bunch of stuff set up. 2 cameras, a microphone. But let's start slow. Let's just do this. Let's do the collab first. And if this works, how about we pivot over to what I was thinking, and let's take it to the next level. Does that sound good?
Yeah. Let's do it. Like, yeah. I mean, I'm just having fun. I'm having fun already. So like, this is cool.
Man.
So
cool.
we're figuring it out.
Oh man, that's the best part of it. So I'm setting my microphone, and my microphone's going to be coming in here. Default line in. It's not listing the microphone that I want, and I think that's just because I have like 3 interfaces here. I'm just going to switch it around a little bit. No problem. All right, let's see.
Whoever you viewers are, y'all can fucking like and like comment and stuff. I can see you comment if you comment. Y'all got comment. We got 3 viewers. Like I don't know if you're one of them, but like there's 2 other people that are watching us. So like I don't know who they are.
Oh man, this is going to be great. I just got it plugged in. My Rodecaster's working. Let me turn up my gain. Make sure that I've got some... Finally, I got a tube amp for the first time, a tube preamplifier.
Oh, yeah?
And it's like, oh, it just sounds so great. It's so cool. I just nerd out over the technology, man.
Yeah, I've been just using my my mic that... I use for music and shit, so it actually works out perfect for doing this too. So
yeah. All right. Well, for some reason, my camera was just working, and I fixed the microphone, and then I went back and clicked the link, and now my camera isn't working, but my microphone's working great. That's all right. That's part of the fun. I turned it off. Get this. This is classic computer fixing. I turned it off and turned it back on again. Immediately fixed it. Looks like I'm working again. All right, let me get my levels right. Make sure that my audio's coming in. 1 second. All right, looks like my audio is.
And then do you come in like?
All right, brother. I'm gonna have to put the phone down for like 2 seconds, get my audio right. Now click connect. You should see me like I'll be entering like a guest room, and you should be able to then approve me. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see here. So hold on, cause like. Where did the freaking thing go with the freaking collab cam in the first place? Hold on. Because my collab cam setting thing didn't even...
All right, brother. Getting myself set up. Hold on.
Well, hold on, because, like, it took out the collab cam. I need to put the collab cam back here. Where's... That should be... We want this collab cam, yes? Yes, like, right here.
All right. I think I'm connected. I should be in your guest spot now. Maybe? Can you hear me? Hopefully, possibly.
I got the collab cam on properties. Oh, yep. Yeah, I see you. Yep. Oh, shit. Show on stream. There we go.
Go.
Oh.
Studio coming.
Okay. And then, yeah, now I can transition. And bam. Oh, snap.
How's it going, y'all?
All right.
Am I live?
Well, now I can actually hang up the phone because, like, now you're, like, talking we're kind of talking to each other
Actually,
twice.
I hear you. Hold on. I think it's on mine. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting some kind of delay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I lost
Can
you.
can you can't hear me?
Oh, I can hear you now. Yep.
Oh, okay.
I can hear not just me. I can hear an echo. I can hear my own voice kind of delayed. Are you able to put headphones on?
Oh, Lux has decided to say hi.
Love it.
He's decided that he needs it.
Setup.
But yeah, here let me get some headphones on. Let me put that through the headphones instead of like I don't know why it's going through the. It just like randomly started going through the speaker, but Lux, yes, I know I love you, buddy. I know I love you. I love you so much.
It's so dope. I'm like, man. I gotta
Brandon
get a cool
Seagraves,
backdrop
what's
or
up,
something.
Brandon? Brandon's on here. He says hi.
What's up, Brandon? Let's go. Let's join. We're just getting started. Today's like a test run.
Okay, let's let me see. Let me get my headphones on and let me transition the audio to the headset.
Yeah.
Let's do Focusrite. Try talking now.
Hey, can you hear? There?
Oh no, you're still talking through that. Oh, how are you talking through my fucking speaker?
Maybe. How about now? There's so many buttons.
How are you
Watch,
talking
you
through
gotta
my
use the
fucking
black bar.
TV? But like, you, I don't know where you're talking through.
I don't know if you could share your screen. I might be able to show.
Oh
you,
wait, here we go.
Windows.
Okay,
Right-click
hold on.
put this
Properties.
icon. Yeah, you got
Um,
it. Sounds.
There we go.
Like the playback and recording tab.
And let's do collab.
Got it. We're gonna work this out. I swear, there are people that like they make $500,000 just doing media. You know, they went to school for 5 years to do this, and then all of a sudden, 2000s hit, 2020, 2010 hits, 2022. By 2020, it's all live streaming. You know, nobody turns on
Right.
cable TV. This is what it is, and all these people, all this stuff that they learned in school, completely useless. They don't know what an audio interface is. They don't know what a video interface is. You know, why get a mirrorless camera? They always expected like studio people to have studio equipment. That's what they were always told in school. You know, I think the key these days is like technology moves so quick. You have to take it upon yourself to learn and roll with the next step. I used to teach doctors. I still, in a way, kind of help teach doctors. Same situation. They all went to school and learned old information. And we're told when you become a surgeon and you're in a surgeon room, these are the tools that you have. All the time they actually got in the surgeon's room, I helped a lot of them set up their surgery rooms. And they did not have access to the tools they were told that they were going to have. You know, we could get them, but it was like
Right.
pull it out of the box, blow off the dust, pull up this old tool that they were told was going to be helpful to them. Are you sure you really want to use this? Technology's changed a lot. And I think we're seeing that in media and interviews.
See, and that's what's weird is so like there's nowhere that it shows where I can change where the collab cam mic or like the sound go like where it's going from, and it's just like coming out from my monitor for some reason.
Okay.
That's why you're kind of echoey, is because like you're coming out of the speaker there.
I can make it work. Here's what I would do. It does throw me off a little bit. Headphone port in the back of your monitor. You plug your headphones in your monitor.
Eric Mellies, what's up? What's up, bro?
We got comments. We got people watching.
Yeah, I got my boy Eric.
Yes.
Just like
What's up, Eric?
he says doing a thing, bro. Yep.
Rocking out, man. Shout out to you. And I said this. We've had a couple phone call and conversations over the phone. clearly have a group of people that care about you. Whatever you've done in your past, it must have built some good relationships. As soon as you start talking about bringing a podcast back, a bunch of people commented, they wanted to support you, they wanted to help you. That's huge. Yeah. That's kind of why I'm talking about the barrier for a lot of people into this stuff. It's just technology. That's where I came in. I'm like, let me help you with this technology stuff. It's a beast.
Yeah, and honestly, here, actually, I'll just move the mic away from the speaker here for now, so we'll figure that out later. And, so at least I can at least talk to you here, and we don't have to, continue trying to figure that out right now. But, maybe...
progress, being able to get a start.
Yeah. We'll just go like this, and then maybe I'll even move this here, and we'll just move this over here, and we'll go
the studio tour.
I'll get
this nice backdrop in studio just for a while.
All right, there we go. What's up?
Let's go right now.
All right. Yeah.
Good to meet you. Good to see you.
All right. So, but yeah, no, honestly, I have so many good friends. So many good people. I've done music and done arts and stuff for many, many years, so, I've collected a lot of people over the years that are just amazing people. And, we all have a similar, understanding, I guess you could say, because I don't know if you've heard or understood. Have I talked about telluric or anything quite yet?
Briefly.
With you?
Briefly, and I'll be honest, every podcast kind of interview sort of thing to do, I try to get as little information as possible, so that way we can just have these conversations organically. So real quick, you gave me a brief run through. I think you said that a venue, this is what stood out to me, my brother, a venue reached out to you to beg you to do your event, your barbecue/music festival.
Yeah. And Eric was actually one of the people that went to that, and there was actually Lackerith, John was another guy that came through to that, and it was an interesting experience, but it basically all bases off of many years ago I kind of came up with this thing. So telluric, if you look into, you just Google telluric or tellus, it's essentially, tellus is a planet that's primarily composed of silicate rock. So Earth is a tellus planet, and that's a scientific term. It's something that's used in science and stuff, but it's not usually used outside of the context of science. But they talk about telluric currents, telluric, all this type of stuff. And it was interesting that had even been a thing, because I had come up with the name before I had ever actually found out that that's what it meant. But I had thought of the name telluric, and then I, ended up researching what I Googled it and tried to see, maybe what that word means, and I come to find out that that's what it means. So
there's tons of stuff on it. Cool.
Yeah. And the crazy part about it is, so then it essentially became a whole dynamic to my entire life, where I look at, in the telluric way of life, we promote positive. So promoting the positive aspects of life is the way that we, it's telluric. It's telluric to do so. So if in you're telluric, trees telluric, everything's telluric because it's made of tellus. It's telluric is something that is of the earth, is of tellus. So it's an interesting thing where science had all looked at it all, but it had never really gone into, I guess I brought it into a spiritual form or whatever, or a being of a lifestyle where, instead of saying that we're all humans or we're all beings, we're all telluric. We are all telluric. we're all telluric, and so and telluric became a part of my whole push, where it was the telluric movement and the telluric energy that drives me to continue to do what I do, and promote positive and to be a good person and unify the world into like actually doing things that are beneficial to everyone, not just single people.
I love that. It makes me think of like plur, the plur concept.
Yeah.
A lot of the it's that basics. It's around music festivals, groups of people, but I think the higher principle is unity. We're all of one. So when we're in this music festival, all those layers of the onion go back, and we have an opportunity to show people that we're all the same.
Right.
It's pretty cool. That's what makes me think of it. Plur, the concept of this isn't just a rock concert. We're trying to spiritually enlighten ourselves.
Yeah, no, definitely. And that is, it's a part of that same whole thing where, it's a unity, it's to unify things instead of destroying everything. Let's unify things. We have enough war and, famine and slavery and things going on that, it needs to just be done. I mean, it's 2023 already, man. Why is shit still going on across the world that people are still dying for shit that happened 2,000 years ago?
And it's so easy, especially with technology and internet and the ability to call and immediately communicate with anybody. It's so easy to realize that we're all the exact same. I'd imagine 7,000 years ago when you were living on a small island, you'd imagine these people that lived thousands of miles away, and you were angry at them, you could shake your fist at them. I'm going to conquer them one day. You would both build boats and then go to each other's islands and throw rocks at each other and stuff. Nowadays,
right?
Man, I could just call up that guy on the island. That's my bro. I literally have never met you in person, my brother, but I absolutely consider you my brother. And if you were to call me and man, I need to just talk through this and stuff, I got some trouble going on, I got your back, and I think that and feel that, and that's something that really 2023 is the year that we should be able to do that, build connections with people that can help us and better the world.
Right. And that's why, honestly, this whole thing and us starting this and everything, I felt that it's time, man. It's time for us to do this. Have you seen what's his name? David Attenborough.
Yes. Yeah, I love that guy.
Yeah. Have you seen his movie, or it's a documentary?
Heard about it.
It's the planet something. Hold on, actually.
Planet Earth? Yeah, I'm literally googling it now. Race, I go. Who's gonna get it first?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull this up here because it's
Look it up. Life on Our Planet. Yeah.
Life on Our Planet. Yes.
That was 2 years ago. Yeah.
David Attenborough. So yes, this right here.
Talk about unity. That's a good example. Or that movie, Look Up. Where everybody all of a sudden feels like, hey, we're on this planet. This planet's not that great.
Right. Yeah, and see, Brandon's listening to us here. He said, "True shit, guys." Yeah, Brandon, thank you for fucking listening. Thank you for being someone that's actually here right now, and that's the start of it. This is the start. It starts with it doesn't start with one person. It starts with us. It starts with coming together and everybody starting to come together and realize that we need to fucking do something. And
absolutely. And we are so much stronger together. We've got so many abilities. You're literally on the other side of the country. That just makes we've got a whole map of, and you've got an ecosystem of people. I've got an ecosystem of people. Setting up interviews and whatnot. But I think the key is you've got the heart, and that's what stood out to me more than anything. Just the little bits that I saw and led me to connect with you and try to do this. I see you've got the right heart. You're in the right place. You want to make the world a better place, and that kind of thing you just can't fake. And I think people pick up on that, especially these last couple of years that we've had. People feel genuineness. They feel when somebody's willing to add value and help, and they want to help you without wanting something back.
Right.
I've just been blessed to have a lot of mentors, and I kind of described this to you before, through the martial arts and just through different things. I've had a lot of people greatest thing you could ever do is just learn to give and be a servant. You know, that's the key to life.
Right.
The thing that you're willing to be a servant in that feels good to serve in, that doesn't even feel like work. You know, a happy, humble servant that's just like pulled towards their mission to serve. And man, I woke up this morning to help you set this up, and I know the ball's already.
Oh yeah, I'm so excited. Like, I'm so glad that you did this, bro. Because, like, you know, it's tough doing it like just by yourself. You know what I mean? So, like, I mean, honestly, you coming and doing this with me, it, helped me to actually, solidify it and decide that, you know what, it's something that I'm gonna do. So.
Definitely.
It's.
You know it, man. You don't have to thank me. I mean, the gratitude, like what you're giving me, and the ability for me to give back and to help and add a little value, dude, just goes far beyond riches and gold. And I think that's something we've strayed a little bit away from, and that's the heart I'm talking about that you have. You know, you're desiring something much greater than riches.
Yeah. And that's the thing is, there's much more to this life than, all the money and all the fame and all of that stuff. You realize the crazy thing is 2 years ago at this point in time, I was living in a tent under a tree.
Wow.
So, like, to be able to even be where I'm at right now and to be able to, talk to you like this and to be, in this situation, it took a lot of work, definitely, but at the same time, it's something that I feel I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be able to be where I'm at and to be able to do what I'm doing. And, there's not, there is still some person, under a tree right now, trying to survive. You know what I mean? And that's that type of stuff.
About that. That's probably where your heart comes from, man. You've been through some stuff. Well, if you don't mind me asking, tell me about how you got out of that. 2 years. What's the last 2 years?
Well, so it's kind of a crazy journey. So it all kind of started, me and my girlfriend, we lost our house in Pueblo, and it was our house on Cyprus. We lost our house, and we didn't know what we were going to do. And it was in Pueblo. It was like September, and I had already been homeless one time before, and so I was, kind of freaking out a little bit in the sense where I'm like, shit, homeless in Pueblo in the winter is not going to be good. And this is not going to end well. And so I started freaking out, and I basically sold everything that we had to, basically we were going to backpack to LA or to San Diego. It was the started plan. And then, when some people got word of it, and like when a family member actually had gotten wind of like what kind of what we were planning and everything, and they were like, you know what, how about we just go ahead and pay for your bus ticket so that you don't have to like walk all the way there. We'll just give you a bus ticket and you can get the bus ticket there. And so I'm like, okay, well, yeah, I'll take a bus ticket. So we took the bus and we took Greyhound from Pueblo, went out to San Diego. We go to San Diego, and obviously we are homeless in San Diego, so we are getting ready to try to figure out what we're about to do there. And she
this is during the thick of the pandemic, right?
This was right before the pandemic. So this was
Stuff wasn't shut down yet.
Yeah, this was like right before all of this. So like, yeah, this was right before all that. And so we end up in San Diego, and she had actually just recently, because I had gotten her a DNA test because I had had a DNA test done on me to, see my ancestry and everything. And so she had gotten one on her, and we had actually gotten in contact with her biological family that she had not had any contact with before, that just so happened to be in LA. And they had someone that needed like a caretaker sort of situation. So they all of a sudden offered us, it was like we're a day into San Diego, and they give us $100 to go up to LA to actually go and caretake for this family up in LA. So I'm like, okay, well, that's much better than being homeless, So I go ahead and we
24 hours, man.
yeah. So we go ahead and we get everything back up, and we go, get back on a Greyhound and go up to L.A. and Santa Monica, beautiful apartment, $3,500 a month, like beautiful apartment, where it's just like, I mean, I've never lived in LA like that. LA is a pretty place, and Santa Monica especially, it's pretty. There's a lot of stuff, and we lived it up. And, we're sitting there 6 days in, basically. We come to find out that essentially we weren't exactly planned to be there, and that the sister of the person that we were caretaking for was actually not going to move, and so the room we were supposed to have is now not ours. And so essentially 6 days later, we're back out on the fucking streets again. So me and Haley are out on the streets of LA, just like not knowing what we're gonna do. I had like $100 in my pocket because we had just like bought a bunch of food for the house and everything, and like we had already situated everything. But I had a tent, I had like stuff together. But we're like in LA, and neither of us have ever been to LA, and so I'm like, dude, I don't know what we're gonna do. I'm like, we were in a really tough spot, but I actually, again, it's telluric all day, so like I hit the street, man, and I started, she kind of would watch our stuff. I went to the public storage. I used that $100 to get a public storage so that we could store stuff at the public storage. And then we'd like store all of our stuff at the public storage so that I could go out for the day and like go figure out, a job or something, And so I ended up finding a job. It was a temporary work for Apple One. It ended up being for Lumino. It was like a oral hygiene company. So and they sell like oral hygiene products and stuff, and it was just basic pack and ship, so you're like just packing stuff. And I go into the warehouse, and these people are cool as shit, and they're like, they're just these cool guys. They're all smoking weed in the warehouse and everything, and I'm like, oh man, like this is awesome. Like I just found a cool place or whatever. And but again,
that seemed way cooler in my North Carolina mind. In California, I guess it's not as cool. How cool though.
Yeah. Well, and just it's just a crazy story because again, it's all telluric. It's synchronicity. I live on synchronicity. That's what I live on. And so it's just crazy.
So this was in 1 week. Right? Like 1 week.
Yeah, like this was all in like a fucking week. And so we end up, there's this so I start going, we were feeling safe over in Santa Monica, so we like had a tent over like by a light rail in Santa Monica, she would stay at the Santa Monica light rail and, you know, just stay in the tent all day, and I would go to work. And I, you know, started kind of talking to the people at work. You know, I'm like talking to the warehouse and whatever, and I'm noticing that like this warehouse has like a washer and a dryer and a full, you know, bathroom and like a whole kitchen and all this stuff. And so I kind of actually start to learn that Sean, the guy that actually owned the warehouse, that he wasn't the owner of Lumino. He was like actually just like giving them the warehouse. Was basically, he had used to live in that warehouse, and he used to do Hollywood prop work out of that warehouse, and he was living in that warehouse, but because of the zoning laws and stuff, they couldn't allow him to live there. And so he got, you know, essentially kicked out, and he had to figure out something to do with it. So he put Lumino in there. And so that's how I ended up in there, you know, but then there's like essentially this whole house of a warehouse that, you know, is like basically used as like the break room and stuff like that. And they end up finding out that I'm homeless. And so they, you know, they're like, well, dude, you're going all the way to Santa Monica every day. Like, why don't you just throw your tent out back? You know, I'm like, oh, well, you know, not a bad idea, you know. And so I tell Haley, I'm like, Haley, come on, like, we're just gonna go fucking do this, you know. And so we go and we throw a tent back behind this warehouse, and like this guy James, that was already like a tent that was already back there, you know. And I'm like, I kind of asked him, hey, you know, I'm on your turf, you know, can I have this like little pad right here? And he's like, yeah, that's fine, man. And crazy LA shit. This guy.
So how long was this at this point?
Well, so this is like maybe a month into it or so, you know.
4 weeks in.
Yeah.
You get a job and they give you a spot. You clearly, can I just take a moment and just say, you got a leader spirit. That is incredible. You know, the person that means that much to you out of like all of that. I mean, the story's just begun. I'm sure there's so much more, but in a month for you to get there, clearly made a good impression on the people working there. Clearly made a good impression on James, and I mean, that's probably the same heart that I'm picking up on you right off the bat. You know, that's incredible. All right, I just had to give you props.
No, like I love it. Like I love your, you know, I love that I'm talking to someone about that, because you know it's a crazy story that I don't really tell a whole lot of people, because you know it's nutty. You know, it's a crazy story that we went through. You know, but
yeah, keep going.
You know, so. At this time, you know, Haley actually goes and starts looking for jobs too, and you know, she's trying to find a job, and she actually ends up getting something, you know, over in like Beverly Hills or whatever, but like it doesn't end up like working out so much, so it was like a couple of days or whatever, and so she ends up back just like staying in the tent over across the you know, on the other side of the warehouse. And we're all, you know, working at the warehouse, and I can see my tent from the warehouse, because like there's this big door that like would, you know, the freight door that would open every day, and you could just like see the tent out there. And we had electricity, believe it or not, because the Mexicans that were like right over next to us had rigged the light pole to like have electricity. So we had electricity, and I had a laptop hooked up. I was watching Netflix in my tent and shit. And like I'm like, dude, this is unreal. Like this isn't even fucking real right now. Like I'm like, Haley, do you realize we're homeless, but we're like king homeless. Like we're like not even homeless. You know, and
like years out in that's the way it was. Like I saw a video of a lady with a hot tub in her pad, you know, and it was like Skid Row or something.
Yeah.
You know, it's
and Skid Row's. Oh, we went through Skid Row. Skid Row's horrid. Like, oh man, like we walked through that and we were literally shaking because like I couldn't imagine living in there because like just the squalor and like, I mean, the people there and people were like screaming at us from the tops and like they knew we weren't supposed to be there and shit. Like it was Skid Row's something else. That's a whole nother story, you know. But
This is like day one. You right up into the mountains of the nice places.
yeah, somehow we ended up we ended up in a nice spot over, you know, in this nice area where
somehow.
And we ended up actually, you know,
you gotta give yourself credit. There's no somehow about it. You brought it up on yourself, man.
Hey,
of your mind
it's telluric all day, you know, like it's the fucking positive energy, man. Like it's the light. I'm a light bringer, bro, you know, and like that's the thing. And, you know, that's where, you know, I brought light to that community. I brought light to, you know, everything. That's what we were doing there, you know, and we got to know everybody real well. We started, you know, showering there. We started, like, they let us, you know, shower at the warehouse, all of that stuff, you know, they let us start. I ended up taking my public storage and moving it over into the warehouse and like just storing my stuff in the warehouse. So, you know, and then randomly they're like, you know what? Haley's just sitting over there, not doing anything every day. How about she just come over and work for us too? So I'm like, hell yeah, like have her come over. And I'm like, well, hey, but you know, she has a dog. And they're like, yeah, just bring the dog too. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, how is this like so fucking perfect? Like, how does this even work?
The good people out there. There's this weird lie that's floating about that people are bad. And people are not inherently bad. I'm only 30, but I've lived 3 decades, and I know people are good. There are good people out there, and the exception is what gets the most attention. On the average, people are good. People will give if you need. That's powerful. Wow. Holy shit. So she just worked and packed with the dog right next to her?
Yeah, like, yeah, the dog would just fucking chill with us. And it was because Sean already had a dog that would come in anyways. Like, he had his dog that would come in anyways. And so he was like, yeah, the dog's fine. You know, so we're like, all right. And so we just have the dog there too. And so then we end up working out with them that I can go ahead, and they gave me a key to the gate in the back so that when they'd lock up for the day and everything, so I could like take all of my important shit and I could store it all into the warehouse area, and we could lock it all up and we could go and just like go hit the town. So what we started doing, and because I'm like looking at prices and everything, and I'm like, there's no way in hell that we're going to be able to make a living in LA, because it's like, you know, yeah, $3,500 a month for an apartment and stuff. Like, it's insane. And
it's crazy.
You know,
even where I'm at, we're going through the same sort of stuff. I mean, the whole world is, but those hubs, you know.
Yeah. And so we end up, what we ended up doing, and I was like, you know what, Haley, like, we're gonna just like live this up into a context of that, like, this is a fucking vacation, you know. And so when we'd get our checks every 2 weeks or whatever, and we'd get our check and we'd go and hit the Walk of Fame. We went to we saw the LA Zoo lights, and we saw we went to the Santa Monica Pier. We went to see the dead museum. It was like a museum of dead people or like serial killers and stuff. And like, we'd go to the Fashion District every weekend and like go just search through Fashion District, and I'd like search through fabrics and stuff, because like I love to, you know, I like to make custom clothing and stuff. I like to make custom stuff, you know.
I just got in on some of that. It was literally like 6 months ago I made my first piece of clothing. Got a sewing machine, did some stuff. We're
oh, did you really? Oh shit. See? So like, yeah.
Just got into making clothes.
Bro, I fucking love it. I love making custom clothes.
It was to make merch for a music group that I manage. So I'm like trying to get some clothing out there, custom, because you order stuff, it's so expensive. So I'm like, let's just get some fabric and sewing machine. I actually had some pretty good success with it, man.
Right.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, no, like that, and that's the thing is, it was awesome because, we could, just do whatever, and like we'd go out and we'd hit the clubs. We hit, we went to this club, like what was it called? I don't remember the club's name, but we hit it like every other weekend. And it was, this club where, and we didn't have, we weren't living it up, but again, it's all your energy. So I would just like tell Haley, hey, we just act like we're fucking rich, like just act like you're rich. They don't have to know we're homeless. So we'd go up and like we'd go and just start dancing and whatever, and like people would be buying us drinks and buying us stuff, and like we just like live it up all night, and nobody had any clue that we were just like two homeless people like living life with them. We actually even ended up with this crazy Hollywood lawyer. This Hollywood lawyer and his like entourage of females. He took us to this gay rave, and like it's this gay rave in like this huge warehouse, and it's like we're like in the black room doing K in this black room of Hollywood with this like super rich ass lawyer that has like a steam room in his house and everything. And I'm like, dude, I turned to Haley and I'm like, you realize this is like once in a lifetime type experience type shit here. We're just like living it up, dude. And it was crazy because I couldn't even believe that was really how things were working, but it really was. It's how it was working, and it was all synchronicity.
With the timeline, at what point was this?
So this was all.
So 1 month.
Well,
to get the job, you went out 1 month. We moved you behind the building. What point did you kind of start getting into your cycle there?
So all of this happened, into like the second to third month, and then it went into like for the few months. So we were there for about 6 months or so. So in like for that period of time, we, went and did all of these things. We went and saw all this stuff. And, unfortunately at that time, it kind of like things started to kind of collapse in the sense that, the way that the company was getting managed, Lumino, they were looking at moving. It was a temporary job. It was like, that sort of stuff. So all of a sudden it started like everything started kind of dwindling at one point, and we both kind of saw it coming. And Haley decided to go ahead and head back to Pueblo because she has kids here. And so she's like, I'm going to go back. Like, I need to figure out things with my kids and stuff, so like, I'm going to go back. And so she goes back, and like, I'm like just by myself in LA. And so I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'm going to, go back too, because like I don't have anything in LA now either, so I ended up kind of chasing her back down to Pueblo, and so that's why I'm in Pueblo now, and we ended up back here in Pueblo. And once we got to Pueblo, it wasn't a couple of months. We were both in different places, living in different places and stuff, and the whole COVID stuff hit and everything. And, we were kind of bouncing around through a few different places. We tried, one of her friends actually like let us stay for a little bit, and one of my friends let us stay for a little bit, and it just never ended up working out. We ended up actually both ended up at the shelter at one point. So we ended up at the Pueblo rescue mission. That was kind of where we ended up. And we tried to grow out of that, and we we found somewhere that we thought was going to be a nice place, and we end up moving in there, and the guy turns out to be like a meth addict. So it was like not even a month and we were back out on the street again. So that was where then all of a sudden I ended up in a tent behind Walmart, behind the neighborhood market Walmart on Pueblo Boulevard, and she ended up going to live with the baby daddy and like to go and take care of her things with her kids, and he was gonna like go ahead and take her in, and I'm like, okay, well, like go ahead and have somewhere to stay, you know what I mean, like you figure out your kids and that sort of stuff. And so
Bro,
I
got such a good heart. Can I just take another moment to just give you a little bit of credit, dude? That has been incredible, man.
well, and and that's where yeah, she needs to do that for her kids, and that's where
It's one of those things that of course you can't fight and force anybody, but you were in the right place with it. Okay, I know you need to be there for the kids.
yeah.
That's a humble servant heart right there.
Oh, well, thank you.
Someone else's needs above yours, man. Not just her needs, but her kids' needs. I mean, not even your biological children. That's huge.
I mean,
Sorry,
yeah.
I had to take a moment and give you a little credit there. What a story. Keep going.
But yeah, and so I ended up just like at that point in time, I honestly thought that shit was over for me. Like I had kind of like fallen into a real rut where like I didn't really know where I was going to go or what I was going to do and how I was going to do anything. And I had this little tree that I had like made a tent that I would live in and everything. And, it was just kind of like my place that I'd stayed every day. And, it was just the life. Like I figured that was my life from now on. There was no way to get out of it because like all of my stuff's there. I can't go and like get a job because, I don't have any way to like leave my stuff. And I don't have any way to, I'm just like stuck. So I lived that for several months. And then it was, by the grace of God, by the grace of, good people, good fucking people, there was a family. They are on my Facebook. They're friends of mine, and I still talk to them and stuff, but there was a family that offered me a room in their home that was.
How did that happen? How did that culminate?
So it was actually on because I post a lot on Helping Pueblo. Helping Pueblo is like a group that they all help each other, and it's like for helping people and stuff. And I would always post on there, and I would post my things, and so people knew that I was homeless, and people knew me. And she had kind of been following me, I guess, and it had kind of had me in mind. And before she contacted me, actually, there was another lady that contacted me, and that was the lady that gave me Lux. So this lady just randomly contacts me, and she's like, hey, I feel like you could use a companion, and I just had these puppies. And I was like, there's no pay you for a puppy. And she's like, no, I'm not asking you to pay me for a puppy. I'm wanting to give you a puppy. And she gave me the alpha of the puppies. Like she gave me the biggest, best puppy. And like, I'm like, are you serious? Like yes, I'll take him, but like, I can't even thank you enough because right now, I'm feeling so alone anyways, and then that's fucking Luck. That's Lux right there, that's my big buddy right there,
A sweet big boy.
Yeah.
There's
And
a reason. why you got two blessings back to back, just like that.
And
the person just wanted to do that for you, to give you a companion.
yeah, and you know,
So how did that work out with the family and everything?
so and then well, it was kind of not just the family. My grandmother, at the time, you know, peace be upon her, because she unfortunately passed last year, just, you know, in February of last year, you know, but I love that woman to death, you know, but she's a great woman, Gmo, you know, her and her, yeah, Gmo was the shit, man, like, and she,
Pour one out for Gmo.
yeah, right, but like, dude, she was like, you know what, go ahead, and if you can find somebody that can give you a room, I'll give you enough money for like a month's stay, or, you know, like, I'll give you enough for, you know, you to be able to stay somewhere, you know, and get somewhere figured out. And I'm like, okay, well, so I start putting on Helping Pueblo and stuff. I'm like, hey, I'm looking for a room, maybe like $300 a month, whatever that I can afford, you know. And this family reaches out to me and tells me that, you know, they'd be willing to let me come and stay there. And, you know, I ended up going and staying with them for several months. And, you know, me and Lux weekend met them, and, you know, showed them that I'm not like just some, you know, druggy guy, or, you know, some crazy guy, because they have they have two amazing kids, you know, and so, like, they're, you know, obviously can't.
Trust.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, I mean, it's amazing. And, you know, and I don't want to name them, because obviously, you know, I mean, you know, but they amazing people.
Because of the trust they gave you. Clearly you were trustworthy. You're demonstrating it right now. You're like, I'm not going to out them, you know.
Yeah.
Even though you easily could.
The
Wow.
beautiful fucking people, man. And, you know, amazing people. And so, you know, I'm just like,
met a few like that. Families, you know, specifically families. There's something unique about like one dude or one chick that just like is able to conquer, help people in the ways they can't be behind a curtain. There's something real special about a family that's able to do that as a unit. I've met a couple families.
right.
This is what we do, y'all. Kids line up. This is how we help. We live to help people, and here's how we're gonna do it. With a room in our house, or bring a meal or something. I'm in the south of the East Coast, so down in this corner, it's like Southern hospitality is the name of the game. Like these are the type of people that would leave baskets of food outside people's houses, and not even like, you know, maybe knock on their door and run away, so they wouldn't even be embarrassed about receiving food. You know, it's like I've seen some incredible stuff down here. There's beautiful people out there, beautiful families.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing, is that's what this life needs. Like, that's what we need in this world, you know, like, we need a lot less of the, you know, the hate and the, you know, pushing people away. You know, people need to come together and, you know, really.
I like the word connection. You know, we need more connection.
Yeah.
We say unity.
Unity.
You know, there's something
Yeah.
about
Unification, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow. So I don't want to pull you off the story. Keep going.
No, yeah, and it's, you know, almost done, you know, because yeah, basically they ended up, it was a few months, you know, I started, the first month that I was there, I started going out and looking for jobs and stuff, ended up at the job at Applebee's, on the south side, so I started going to Applebee's, and, you know, I was working there and started, you know, being able to pay my own rent to them every month, everything. And then I would go and I'd actually donate plasma too. So I'd have a little extra cash on either side, you know, so I'm doing that. And then that's actually how I ended up, you know, getting my whole, like, started rebuilding, like how I now have my, you know, fancy computer, and how I have my, you know, condenser mic, and I have all of my stuff now, is because, you know, I started, you know, rebuilding things from where I had lost everything, you know. And I've come to a point.
I could ask you, how long were you there until you were able to, like, job and start paying rent? In the timeline.
It was probably only about like a month or two before like I, was able to like, go ahead and, do it all on my own. And so, and then it was, I stayed there, I don't know if it was maybe like 4 or 5 months, but it was, a little bit of time, and, it came to a point where it was obvious that, I was doing okay for myself now, and it's time for me to like, kind of figure my own thing out, where obviously, it's not that they don't like me there or something. It's just that obviously like they're a family in themselves. So, it's not that, I've got to figure my own thing out, And so,
The delicate conversation to have to explain to you, like, we love you. The purpose that you're in our life is for us to help you become independent.
right.
You must take the next step. If we love you, I can imagine that conversation and beautiful people just driving it to you in love.
Yeah, no, and they did it wonderfully, and
you did it in 4 months. You got out, you got your own place, and now you're rocking on your own.
Well, and this isn't my own place, so then again, synchronicity, things that are just crazy synchronicity. So like I needed to figure out something, and so this friend on Facebook happened to have a basement that was open for $700 a month. And I was like, all right, well, I'll go, I can do that, I'll go do that. And so I go and take a look, and that's the basement I'm currently in, and I moved in here, and then the crazy thing is that all kind of went haywire in the sense that the person that actually brought me here, she actually ended up being put out, and the owner of the house put me in charge. So now I'm the manager of this house. Like I manage this house, and I rent the rooms of the house, and I do all of the managing of, getting all of this stuff together in the first place.
And that is so amazing. If you had not already told me of like 7 examples of people pouring an intense amount of trust into you, I would be surprised. I'm like, wait, what? That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Well, clearly you must have showed some responsibility.
Yeah, well, and I've done it, we're doing good now, I've got Jake's one of my roommates or tenants, I guess you could say, and he's a good dude, and he pays his rent on time and does his, and like, yeah, he's a good dude, but
one time she lived in a house that was like 7 people, and the dude who owned the house was like in your position. He he did all the renting and stuff. It was really fascinating getting to watch the way that he interacted with everybody, and kind of was like the main tenant that rented out. But he also was like own place, so it was an interesting kind of world. He's like living with his tenant,
right?
Fascinating. I guess slightly different, but that's still like big pressure to feel. Okay, you have to communicate things and be that point of source and all that. That's kind of wow. So you
but yeah, and that really is kind of the story there, where over the course of, it was what, maybe like it ended up being 2.5 years all together, as a whole, but it was a crazy experience that from Pueblo to LA back to Pueblo, and now doing what I'm doing, and it was like my whole life fucking collapsed in one moment, and I just wouldn't let it stop. I wasn't gonna give up. And that was really where it came to it, is that like I refused to give up, and that was really where I couldn't let myself fall, I couldn't let myself just like fall and be forgotten, I'm Elikata. Elikata. Like, you can't, like, I mean, shit, dude. Like, I'm not gonna fucking die, dude. Like, you're not gonna fucking knock me out? Shit. Like, no, you still be in this, man. Fucking in this. Like, I'm in this.
And you say it, man. You decide to stop in time. I love that, man. I love your hype, brother. Like, I'm a fighter in all sense of the term. You know, one of my great mentors who taught me how to fight. Actually, my mentor, he would always say, once a fighter, always a fighter. And, you know, when we talk about a leadership spirit, I see a fighter spirit in you. They're very interchangeable. You know, that walk softly but carry a big stick. And people feel that, the ability to maybe not necessarily cause physical damage, but decide to retain some peace. But the ability to conquer and to cause damage in the sense of accomplishing your goals, climbing out of, you know, whatever lot you've been given.
Yeah.
It's huge. So let me ask you this question. You got a lot of power behind you, whether you recognize it or not. What's the next chapter look like? What's the next 2 years look like? If you could retroactively say it, so what just happened in the next 2 years? You know?
Honestly, that's where again you're coming in, and like this is all coming in where, you know, I'm ready now. Like, I'm ready to like actually set up everything that, you know, I have 20 years of experience of, you know, music and arts and visual arts and, you know, philosophy and everything. You know, I'm 37 years old now. I've started, you know, really coming to a precipice here where, like, you know, now instead of just, you know, trying to figure things out, I have everything already built and like it's already molded to where like I can just, you know, push it out there. You know what I mean? And I can like push it out there in so much more power than I ever could in any other time in my life. You know, and that's something that means a lot to me right now, you know, because it's just like, you know, it's time. This is the time, and this is the, you know, it's finally time for me to like actually fucking shine, man. You know, because like I've been trying to shine for so long and been pushing into the dirt so much that, you know, I mean, like it's about time I, you know, am able to just do it, you know. And so you know, I want to do things like this, do things like what we're doing right now is just, you know, it's you know, this is a part of what I want to do for people, because I think, you know, conversations like what me and you are having right now, you know, me and you aren't the only ones that have had this conversation at the moment. I've had, you know, five or so viewers back and forth off and on, you know, this whole entire time. So I don't know who they all are, or, you know, everybody, you know, but it's Brandon, Eric, you know, I mean, these people that, you know, I do know that people are watching and people are getting it. And even if just one person gets it, like that's kind of the point, is that like, I need to put this out there.
Whether you know it or not, you are far beyond one person, and that's one of the reasons why I reached out to you. Oh, can you hear me now? Can you not hear me anymore? Can you hear me now? I should be coming through. Not coming through anymore. Looks like it's coming through on this end. Looks like it's coming through.
Oh, why don't I hear you?
That might be. Is that your mic?
What just happened?
Let me check it out.
What did you
haven't
do?
touched anything.
Because
looks like it's still good on my end.
Now you're like, what the hell?
On your end? I have an idea.
Is it coming through my headphones now or something?
Maybe it fixed itself. Maybe it fixed itself. Can you hear me now? Not coming through there? Interesting.
That's weird, because when you're talking, I can see you're talking on the audio.
Yeah,
but
and this thing's moving. I'm definitely getting something here.
I can't hear you all of a sudden now.
Who knows? We were just talking. Let me try. I can try to exit and come back in. Oh, that's all right. Check your stream. Check your stream. We'll get back at it. I'm double checking the stream now. I'm pulling it up.
I don't even know what just changed.
I don't know. I'm clicking it. Did you?
I don't even know what changed.
Did it?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yep, I can
Yeah?
hear you. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
because I can't hear you. I don't know what changed, like, all of a sudden randomly.
I got an idea. I'll
But
go out and come back in. Hold on.
oh snap! And now he's gone. Oh man, that was awesome. That was an awesome conversation. Holy shit! And there you're back. I still can't hear you. Like no, like hold on. Where's your voice coming from? Like, cause hold up. Yeah, your collab cam voice isn't coming through at all. I don't see it. Yeah, I can't. I'm not getting anything from you. I don't know what happened. Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah, I got my phone. Where's my phone? Technical difficulties. Oh, snap. Are you gonna call me? Yeah, you can call me because, like, yeah, I can't even hear you now. All right, I got you on speaker here.
All right, I don't know what happened, man. I didn't touch a thing, I swear.
Yeah, I don't know. You're like not coming up on my mixer either. Like the collab cam, it says there's no audio coming out the collab cam.
Fascinating. Still says, like, in my collab cam, I see my audio moving. Let me try it again. I'm going to try exit and jump back in.
Really? Okay. Yeah.
I don't think, I wouldn't really say exiting your Streamlabs is going to help anything. And we don't want to restart your stream, so I'll try it again. Hold on. Hey, this is what we're here for.
Right? Technical difficulties. We figure this type of shit out.
I was kind of amazed. We got an hour in without any technical difficulty. That's pretty impressive.
Hey, yeah, we're already an hour and a half, man. Like, I didn't even realize, like, dude, we're killing it. That's awesome.
I guess we could take an intermission if it comes down to it. Let's see here. Oh, you know, there is a button that says join with Streamlabs. It's kind of weird. So that might actually be my opportunity to integrate my Streamlabs, but I see it's picking up audio now. Okay, I'm definitely sending you audio.
Let's see.
Can you hear me now?
No,
maybe
still
not.
Still not doing nothing.
Maybe on your end. If you pull up Streamlabs, does it show my audio coming through in Streamlabs?
On the collab, like it's showing here. Yeah. Like, let me. I'll pull it over here so you can see it.
Yeah, there we go.
You see?
That's so funny. We were just talking away and it just all of a sudden quit.
So see your collab cam right here.
Collab cam. Okay, so the collab cam isn't coming through with audio. Interesting. If you hit the properties button next to collab cam, yep, right there, where it's kind of like the settings icon, right next to collab cam. Oh, now here's a question. Go ahead and scroll up to the top. Oh no, I'm sorry. It was probably just picking up your the phone, my phone call coming through your microphone. Okay. Go ahead and hit the wrench icon next to collab, right above where it says 0.0 decibels, next to that little speaker icon.
Right where?
Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't see it just because it's like the picture, my picture.
Oh, yeah.
You see the photo? Yeah.
I'm like
able to
trying
throw
to.
my back.
Oh, here we go. There we go.
Oh, there we go. I see it. Okay, cool. Interesting. So that's so weird. It says 100% collab cam, offset 0. That's source settings. Fascinating.
Yeah, I don't know.
What, sorry, man. No, I don't know.
I don't know what's going on.
That's so weird, especially since it was just working.
Yeah,
let's see.
It was
I can try it.
Fine.
Yeah, I know it's definitely this one that's working, but I'll go ahead and switch. Does this microphone give any different results? I doubt it. No, this is definitely it.
And hey, Brandon actually his story. Like, Brandon, thank you for actually listening to the whole story. He says, amazing story. Thank you for sharing it.
Wow,
Bro.
yeah, agreed, man. That's kind of why I asked. Like, clearly you got a lot, man. You got a lot that you can kind of say, a lot that you want to be able to share, and that's powerful. A lot of people have stuff that they can say, but not a lot of people have, like, the ability to share it, and you're there for it, man. Okay, let's try it now. This is the third time.
Okay.
Am I coming in now?
Let's see.
No audio?
No.
Can't hear me?
No, it's still not.
Let's see. And before it was coming through, it was showing in the collab cam, right?
Yeah, it was coming through the collab cam.
What could I have pressed? I was literally just sitting right here. I see my microphone coming through. I see it coming through here. Okay, I'll shift this. All right. Can you hear now?
No.
Oh, I think I just made an infinite loop. Disable some things. How about now?
Nothing.
Okay.
What did you do?
I did it. I know. I really messed it up.
They're like, I just don't even understand how that happened, because like it was just random. You just like cut off.
I'm messing with all my settings. Yeah, I have no idea.
They can still hear you though, anyways, though, because I.
What'd you say?
What's up, Danae? You missed our whole fucking conversation, Danae. Like, we actually were talking. Good. We just talked about like my whole like homeless story and like my whole homeless story.
What an intense story, too, man. Dang.
Yeah.
All right, how about now? Am I coming
nuts.
Through? No luck?
Nope. Yeah, now we're having technical difficulties. Maybe it was Danae. What's up? What's up, Danae?
This is funny. Let's try this. Yeah, it's saying my audio is coming through. Let me hit the join with Streamlabs button and just see what happens. Why not? Because my Streamlabs is set up the same.
Is it?
All right, welcome to Collab Cam. Copy and share a link with your guests.
Collab Cam.
Oh no, I think the join with stream cams to get you into mine. Yeah, no, I have to hit the old button.
Oh, it's all good, Danae.
Of course, they start joining as soon as we hit the technical difficulties. At least we got through the story.
Yeah, she's all sorry I missed it. And I'm like, oh, well, yeah, it's all good though. It's all love still.
All right, one more try.
You'll have to hear it sometime.
Well, I hate to kill the stream, but I'd say this. The next step would be turn it off and turn it back on again on your end. I cut everything off on my end. I still see that audio coming through.
Yeah, see, it's not working on it here, but...
You can try it if you want. I hate for us to walk away and not know exactly what ended it. Since this is our test, I'd say go ahead and close out of Streamlabs and kick it back open and try another stream. And we'll probably get a different guest key. And if it still gives us the trouble, well, we can take different steps, but... I've kind of gone through everything on my end.
Yeah. Huh.
A few.
Well, snap. We got 6 viewers right now, though.
Oh, dang. Well, you definitely don't want to end it.
We don't want to just, like, cut off on all these peoples.
Yeah, no, you definitely don't want to do that.
They can hear you, though. And they can hear you while you're talking, so they can see you still, too. And, like...
Oh, okay. Well, if they can hear me through the phone, I don't know if they can. I took my headphone. Well, I can still hear me. Close enough. We'll run with it.
They can hear you through the phone.
Hey, last 20 minutes. We'll call this the blunt section of the blunt talk.
Yeah, this is like the this is the last little run out here. But like,
dude,
no, I really
fucking story. Way to share all of that. Like, way to go, man. Like, I mean, I really want to do a deconstruct because there's like the biggest thing that stands out is there's 4 or 5 people, like key people that saw something in you and like invested in you, whether it was their time or their belief or their trust or whatever. And that's the exact same thing that I saw. The exact same reason why I'm having this conversation with you. And I think that's something that people don't get to witness a lot when you're a mentor and you're able to grab mentees or vice versa. It's hard to really demonstrate or show that to people. But I think this is a powerful opportunity for people to hear your message and for you to mentor them in that, but also for me an opportunity to just be like, dude, you're amazing. Like, listen to what you just told me. Don't forget the fact that you changed.
Dude, that fucking story's crazy, right? Like, it's fucking nutty.
Man.
But
for you to be
and Danae wants to know who you are. Like, how about you go ahead and give a little about you now? Because like Danae's like, who is this gentleman?
Nah, man. One of my great mentors in my life. I'm not going to out her. I'm not going to say her name. She's an incredible person. At like 70 years old, would just take bike rides across Georgia with like groups of 20 people. And when I was about 14 years old, I was teaching her kickboxing, and she had taken me under my wing and mow her lawn and do a bunch of stuff. And she had taught me the importance of being behind the curtain and to take. She had a family she was sponsoring. You know, we were talking about individual people or families that are great, beautiful families that help sponsor individuals. She was an individual person that I saw her sponsor and help entire families, people that were in struggle. She was an amazing person. And anyway, she taught me the importance of being able to be the hidden, the value of not just giving, which I had a lot of mentors teach me that at that point. By the time I was 14 and 15, I knew the importance of adding value into people's lives and that giving me happiness. But she taught me the importance of doing it so humbly that you're proud of the fact that nobody knows you did it, and you get to stand in the crowd and watch the person that you mentored rise to their true calling and their true purpose. And I truly feel that's my true calling and my true purpose. I've created world champion fighters, literally fighters that have gone out over years, taught them, raised them. A decade later, I helped them get to the world games and they get a world title in competing hand-to-hand sports. And I don't care who you are. You can lose at a game of basketball. In the end, they're going to say, yeah, but I can still beat you. You know, like I can physically beat you. You know, that's like one of the last remaining tests of will and everything stripped away. Color, race, age. It is literally the most content of your character kind of thing you can do, hand-to-hand combat. And it was in the context of martial arts. This was not boxing. We're not just beating each other's face in and getting concussions. It's very controlled. It was out of respect. But through a lot of this, I got to understand and learn the importance of mentoring people and not being the one to describe who I am, how to find me, how to follow me. I'm very proud of the fact that I'm incognito and I'm able to help people in a lot of very, very, very powerful ways that change their life. And I am proud that I don't have to drop a handle ever. For a while I was doing live streams on, I'm not even going to say the service, this is how proud I am. It was a new live streaming service on a very popular website that I was one of the first people to start creating content for it. Regularly, I'd jump up, pull my phone in front of me, hit go live, and immediately it'd be like 10,000, 15,000 people watching me. And I went a couple months doing kind of like an influencer-ish motivational speaker kind of thing. They created some page a day, you know, all these thousands and thousands of people, you know, it was averaged about 5,000 persons stream. I do about an hour stream twice a week and just talk self-help type stuff. And they made a page for me, and that streaming service started shifting a little bit to where all the content creators started putting their the ways that they could get paid. Their Instagram up, started putting their Venmo up, their Cash App up, and if they got paid, then they would answer questions, and they would only help the people that got paid. And at that time, the streaming service had reached out to me about helping them increase their streaming service. The reason why Vine went under is because they were not helping their content creators. So the streaming service recognized my value, reached out to me, hey, we want to give you a tech wing, and all of that. But when I started seeing the way that their content creators were shifting towards ego and less self-help, I dropped it like a hot potato, and I walked away, and I decided I was going to take 12 months away from any kind of social media and just start meditating every day, working out, reading self-help books, just improving myself, and getting away from the ego of I'm trying to do this to make money. Here's my Venmo. I'll answer your question if you Venmo me first, and moving back towards I want to find the people that's in my ecosystem locally and find out the ways that I can maximize them getting to their calling. And that's why I started managing a dubstep act. That's why I started, the list goes on. It would feel egotistical. I started listing the list of people I'm actively involved in their life and helping them. Sometimes it's just a 1 hour conversation and I never talk to them again. Sometimes it's one of my people, it's been like 3 years, 4 years I've been helping them, and we've been doing some incredible stuff. Now he has people he's mentoring, and he's counseling me about mentoring them, and that's what you want to see. That's how all incredible villages, wings of incredible samurais, that's how the Bushido Code was created, the Knights of the Round Table. It's I'm not even going to put a gender to it. It's people helping people, pointing out the ways that they can succeed, pointing out their value, and saying that together, my brother, we can help each other, get where we need to get. And so that's me. I'd like to thank you for asking that question. I appreciate a little introduction.
Dude, I wanted you to be able to say something about yourself too, definitely,
I appreciate that. No, my purpose here is to show you that you have a story, and that you need to be confident in describing your story, because it is the thing that's going to make my world a better place. I'm very adamant about helping you see your ability to change lives. And man, before I even knew your story, I knew I just get it to the fact that I had to be very selective about picking world-class fighters. I would have 300 kids, and I had to very quickly identify which of these 300 kids are going to be the best fighters. Guys, girls, ages didn't matter. I had to pick the heart, and I had to see in their eyes and listen to their voice, and I had to see the ways that the people reacted around them and say, yeah, that person has the heart of a leader. And the all-star kids that always got the trophies playing basketball, and their parents were really wealthy and all that had natural talent, their DNA helped them jump higher and run faster. Those were the kids that they hit 18 and they would nosedive, because they had everything come easy to them. I would pick the lankiest kids that just struggled the most and invest in them because they had the right heart, they had the right foundation. And my brother, you've got an incredible heart that cannot be taught. It has to be shared. People have to see it. People have to understand how it works. They have to feel the mechanism before they even get close to pursuing it. And that's my goal for this. Even if it's just one stream and we call it a technical test and nothing goes from this, as you'd imagine, I'd like to do another one of these next week and do a deeper dive. But I think it's really important for me to get your message out, but more importantly, for me to show you and ask you, how can I help you get your message out? Because you're gonna make my world a better place if you do. Even if it never is me, it's somebody you interacted, that they interacted with some person, and 10 years down the road they interact with me. My world's a better place because you shared your story, and that's powerful.
Thank you, bro. And Danae and Brandon says, very beautiful, man. And then Danae actually says, well, shit, I didn't click on this by accident, then needed this for various reasons. Just wasn't sure what the live was all about, and I'm glad I asked. Sounds like pretty powerful stuff. And I really appreciate that. That's exactly why I'm doing that. It's why I'm doing this. It's that's some shit, man. I'm gonna drop a little more.
No doubt. Well, thank you for giving me the opportunity to be there for you, my brother.
Bro,
there's a lot of trust that was involved.
I really do appreciate you. I don't know where the fuck you came from. I don't even know where the fuck you came from. I don't even know how I ended up on your friends, or how you ended up on my friends. But it's awesome.
one day we may both understand the vast web of how the universe works, and much less how we just got interconnected. I could begin to describe what I think, in my meditations and just in my understanding, but it would probably come down to some single term like you use. What was that term, telluric? It would probably come down to me saying
telluric energy,
man,
baby.
Let me try to describe it. Let me just try real quick, 10 seconds. The reason why I connected with you is I described the arch of me mentoring people, realizing, doing the streaming stuff, realizing I needed to not get into 10,000 people watching me and I needed to get local. I found an individual dubstep act to manage. I did 3 or 4 live streams with him, got the equipment and infrastructure. I did a New Year's show with him. Either way, I started building some Facebook connections. So I started finding out who's in the local EDM scene, what groups are they a part of, what friends are they a part of, and just started kind of just sending them friends requests. And somehow you must have got connected in that. Maybe you were in a group and you posted and I sent you a friend's request. I liked what you posted. I think it was truly through me trying to help somebody. I was trying to help him by building connections.
Right.
And that's why I sent you a friend request. And man, this is exactly what I'm describing. The key to happiness and finding your purpose in life is gearing yourself in a way that you're willing to help somebody, but you're just more willing to pour all your energy into it because you're just excited. I was so happy to build these connections through Facebook that I was just sending friends requests to people, and then I saw your post, and as soon as I saw your post about Blunt Talk, and everybody jumped in, and I mean, you've got 6 viewers now, that's amazing. I saw that, and it was the same thing. I was so excited to be like, okay, please get started with Streamlabs. If you want to upgrade your camera, get a mirrorless and an Elgato. I really wanted to help you skip steps, like training a good fighter. Like don't spend 6 months throwing your roundhouse kick like this. Turn your back foot behind you so that way your hips are aligned. I just saved you 6 months of work with 2 sentences, and that made me feel like a good person. So as soon as I saw your post, I'm like, man, I want to give you a couple sentences that's going to accelerate you and get you to your goal, because your goal is powerful, man. It's not a small one.
I fucking love you, man. And honestly, in the end, you're gonna have to teach me some of this martial arts shit too, because I used to be in karate when I was a kid, and I got out of that stuff and stuff. But bro, at some point we're gonna have to link up in person, and you're gonna have to show me some shit, because I'm gonna need to know how to kick some ass.
I got you. Yo, I wanna roll back. If I could take it back. You said I love you. You dropped the L-bomb. Let's refer to this, dude. Let's talk about this. You posted something on your Facebook about normalizing men giving men compliments. And I think this is so huge, dude, especially in the martial arts sphere. This is a concept that I've had to teach my friends, because they've never been in a karate school. They've never seen it. You might understand it.
Right.
I had to. So me and my friends, we nowadays, and actually I've said it to one of my best friends today, man, love you. MLY is what we say. So there's a weird stigma about dudes saying they love you. I love the fact that you just dropped the L-bomb, no shame. I'm a hugger. I'm a lover.
No.
I've helped my friends.
I fucking love you.
A little bit more. They're in the South. They have a hard time with that a little bit as more than you did. They feel much more comfortable saying, man, love you. So it's a quick thing. Now, all my brothers, we all say that we love each other when we leave, man, love you. And it's allowed my brothers, my mentors, my mentees to say I love you without feeling weird, but because we need to normalize saying compliments and saying I love you. Dudes are getting, they're not really, you gotta be comfortable saying I love you and stuff like that. I don't think we're quite to the place where as a friend you could say I love you to a female friend, we might get there in another 10 years or something, but I think we can get to the point to where brothers will say Knights of the Round Table, those dudes loved each other and they got shit done,
right?
Conquered. And I'm sure they had some kind of term for it. It probably wasn't I love you the same way they would say it to their girlfriend. There was the Greeks have 6 different words for I love you. It was probably that. It was agape. I agape you, or something like that. So anyway, I just had to say that real quick. Man, love you, dude. I appreciate that you came out there right automatically with this conversation, with love, open honesty, communication. You're gonna make the world a better place.
Again, it's telluric, bro. It's telluric all day.
I love that.
we're all telluric, you know. It don't matter if you're a fucking tree or a person or a dog, you know, like we're all telluric, we're all of the earth, we're all of this same energy that's all this sentient, like somehow we are sentient, you know, like that's just beyond mind-boggling to me to begin with, that we're somehow sentient and that we like understand that we exist. You know, I mean, that's just fucking mind-boggling. You know? So,
I would like to describe it as like, how are we piloting this wet bag of bones? You know, it's like our skin just is like a bag, just keeping our bones, and our bones are all wet with muscles. And
right.
we like fire electricity to tell these strings.
Brandon says like Vikings. Muscles. Yeah, Brandon says like Vikings and Shield Brothers. Yes, all love.
You got it. You've gotten so far away from that. We've gotten so far away from that. Like, I would travel around the country with a group of 10 of the strongest fighters you can imagine. These strong men, and they were humble. They would hold the door open. We would clean. We would sweep the floors of restaurants if we made them. You know, it was like, this was how men need to act, and I got to witness that. It rippled through my life. I'm like, I'm always going to try to create that. Those hubs of men that feel strong, protecting and providing and leading, you know, humbly, not because they're trying to show off or get clout. You know, it's like, it's powerful. Well, man, I know we got 15 minutes left, and you mentioned caloric, and my mind immediately went to, like, we need to do a whole episode, if you will, just on just hearing your thoughts on that, and you got to that and describing it. Do you mind if we take a quick 15 minutes and write out, like, a bunch of, just brainstorm real quick, a bunch of topics that maybe we can roll out, and we can pick through the next stream and say, oh, what topic you want to talk about, or something like that? You up for that?
Yeah.
I can just whip a quick Google document?
Yeah.
Cool. I'll knock that out and I'll send it to you afterwards. I'll send you the meeting minutes. That's my corporate side coming out.
Let's do it. Because that's where, you know, I like that you're more of the I guess you have things more organized and put together. Like, I'm I'm an artist, so like my shit's a fucking mess.
Got it. Yeah. It's not organization. It's creativity versus, you know. And we both got a little bit of left brain, a little bit of right brain in us. But I recently, you know, me and my the artist that I manage, Sound Lobotomy, James, and I'd love to get him on this stream. I've talked to him about you a whole bunch. We send interviews back and forth to each other, and one he sent was an interview of Liquid Stranger, the EDM act, and his manager.
Yeah.
And they do Wakanda. They do some podcasts together, and it's like hour long. And man, like the guy that does Liquid Stranger, he's 40, he's French, he's like so eclectic, he's all over the place the way he describes stuff. His manager is the opposite. You know, he's like talking about spreadsheets, talking about marketing, and like I'm like, yeah, that's me. And people go wrong because they try to be something they're not. You know, they look at somebody else and they be like, man, I want to be that creative guy. Sure, it's like I've got a creative side, but I am the business guy. I love spreadsheets. Like, I know that's me, so I have to embrace that.
That's good.
So I appreciate you wording that, man. I got you.
I mean, you seem, and that's why I needed you, because I'm like, dude, you're so much more organized on this than I am, and you're like more on point with it, and you'll help me to like actually hone it in to make it fucking something, instead of me just like smashing everything out on the table, you know. Like,
I talk about this with James all the time. So you know what my problem is? It's the opposite. I've set up this camera and set up all this stuff. I played all these instruments through my stuff. I don't ever hit the stream button. See, I have the issue that you don't have. You'll hit that stream button first. What are we doing? I'll spend months plugging all this in. I'm like, okay, this is a balanced cable. This is an unbalanced cable. I can make this better, a little fuzz. I'll spend months organizing. So I saw your willingness, your confidence, and I tell James this all the time. Like, you're that's what an artist does. You know, there's people out in the front lines slashing and slaying, and then there's the strategists in the bunk hold. You know, talking, all right, what's the next step? How do we get organization? You know, so when they come back from battle, you can say, okay, this is where we're at. Okay, get out there and do your shit. My goal is to get you the right framework to get out there and let you just start talking away, man.
Hey, you talking about battle and stuff. That's where I got my Viking fucking hair right now, like my Viking, like a little Viking mohawk going here.
Yes.
I need to grow it out more so that it like, I want to get it all braided so that it get my like Viking warrior style, you know.
Yes, I went through a Viking phase. about a year ago, and I started brewing some mead and stuff like that. Like I made my own mead, like with labels and shit. What was it say? As a matter of fact, can I show you?
Yeah.
Go grab it
Go grab some.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be wild. Check it out. I don't think I've shown like maybe 2 or 3 humans this. I have a problem with just getting obsessed with something. Like, how do I do this? I'm gonna spend like a year figuring out. I literally had never brewed mead. This is the first mead I ever brewed. This is my first attempt.
So you made that shit yourself.
I'm just too extreme. I have to turn everything to an 11. I'm like, oh, my first mead, I'm going to also bottle it and build a label and wax dip it and everything. Yeah, of course. I actually got 2 different kinds, too. This is a light one.
Oh, my
this
God.
is sourwood, both local. But the label,
Bruh.
you said it. It's the Vizvigir.
Nice.
This is,
oh,
Viking,
snap.
you know, like the Viking compass.
Right? Oh, shit.
I made a little description, local honey from my literal hometown, the town that I grew up in, about 60 miles west of here. Yeah, it's so easy. I just Googled until I figured out how to make mead.
Snap.
But anyway, thank you for letting me branch that. Let's come up with some topics. I know we got like 10 minutes left. I got a Google document pulled up right here.
Oh, man.
I got Telluric as the first one down.
Yeah. Shit.
I would love a Telluric overview. Man, that's gold.
Oh, yeah.
A lot you want to speak on that. I can tell, man. We needed some of that. What else is on your mind?
Oh, dude, like everything. you don't even know, but I mean,
AI art.
Yeah, AI art's huge right now. So yeah, AI art would be a big one.
We can break a bunch of stuff away. Let's think subcategories. If you were to take an hour to talk about a subcategory of AI art, what would it be?
Oh shit! Probably my AI video, like music videos.
I like it.
I'm doing.
There's a lot of like text to image stuff. There's not a lot of like video AI stuff out there right now.
Yeah. And I'm doing like framework. So like I take like frames and I take the video and I put it into frames and then I throw it through the AI and like it's nutty. I don't know if you've seen some of the videos I've done, but yeah.
Killer.
They're fucking nuts. It's nuts.
One of James's last streams we did, so I've got tons of footage that I was just telling James. I'm like, I'm gonna AI this stuff. I don't know how.
Yeah.
So, we're gonna make it happen.
That's definitely a good one.
Done.
But we gotta get into like some philosophy or religion and stuff too, because like I'm all about that type of stuff. So I mean, like, because I haven't even told you, I have, in different points in time, attributed myself to King David. So, like, I was born David Scott Arnold Jr., so I'm like, I'm King David, and
wow.
And so, and with the Jewish view of how King David is supposed to have, come about again and like reincarnate, essentially he's to at some point reincarnate. And I'm like, well, shit, here I am. This is me then. I'm King David, and
dude, I love that. Especially since the thing nowadays is like telling dudes like you're a king, pick up you dropped your crown, king.
Right? And it's crazy because, a lot of it all actually works out, and it all folds into itself to where like, I mean, in the end, can you say that I'm not? Like how many ways can you say that I'm not King David is actually the question, so like, because honestly, if you look back at who King David was as a person, and as like the person as, David in the, biblical sense, I mean, he was exactly like me. He was an artist that was, very much a leader type person that, did all of these things, and I'm like, well, shit, that's me. Like, I'm fucking King David, bro. Like, and I'm King David, damn it. You know?
Dude, that's awesome. Now that would be a good rap name. You need a rap name.
Yeah, well,
David the King or something.
And well, that's why Elikatta is King David. You know.
Now, can we put that on the list where that name came from and kind of the your music background, really?
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, because well, you'd be quite interested in how I got to Elikatta. Like that was a very interesting story on that one. So
I got it marked down.
Yeah.
All right, what else is on your mind? What else do you want to talk about? What do you want to share with the world? I mean, I think philosophy and religion, that's enough to go right on. But what else? Anything specific that you're interested in that you kind of want to share with the world?
Oh man.
I'm sure
I just want, and again, that's where, a lot of this and a lot of the goal of a lot of what I'm doing right now is, and that's where even the King David thing comes in and everything is I want to unify the world into, telluric, like that we're all telluric, that like we are unified. The whole David Attenborough thing that I told you about with like the documentary of, that he put out, that, we have like another decade of that. If we don't change our shit and if people don't change our shit, then I mean, we're essentially putting ourselves into a whole different extinction phase that, I don't think humans are even quite ready for right now. And, we need to start changing some things up, and we need to start doing something. And, the only thing that I can do, because I don't have billions of dollars like Elon Musk or something, I don't have all of this money. So I can't go and, do something with a bunch of money. All I have is my voice. All I have is myself, and so I
don't discredit it. That's a powerful thing. In my learning, the more money you get, the less of a voice you have, the less of a heart you have. A billionaire cannot be taught to have the heart that you have, or the voice, or message that you have. So don't discredit it, man.
That's where, again, the money doesn't mean a thing. I don't even really necessarily like money, because money definitely corrupts people, and it corrupts. It's something that, people use as a power thing that, it's a mess. Because, if I had billions of dollars, oh my God, you wouldn't. I think there's a reason why I don't have billions of dollars. Life wouldn't want me to have billions of dollars, because, I would be giving it to everybody. I would do what billionaires don't do. You know what I mean? So, like, it would be nutty what I would be doing with all that money, where I would actually be, like, unifying the planet. And, that's not something that seems to be an interest in a lot of the, higher elite sides of things. They're warring with each other, and like the countries are all warring with each other and bombing each other. And, there's even
a thought out here, I've talked to some tech startup people, and nowadays, I mean, banks are hemorrhaging money. We're printing money for barely any interest. I mean, like, they're just trying to give away to the money. The biggest struggle these days is the people that have the money are not creative. They're more like me. They have no. So let me ask you this: when you said if I had $1 billion, I would give it away. If we could make, I'm going to put this down, just a spot, philanthropy. If you could specifically outline and word and verbalize exactly what the money, where it would go, and what you would do, and how it would help people, it sounds crazy, but I could probably get you that money if it really made sense. Like, it sounds wild.
I mean, because
like Bill Gates he's got so many philanthropic projects, and it's all tax write-offs. His hardest time is coming up with the ideas. We can do a stream, throw the idea out. We can get investors to truly change the world, like clean water projects. And you saw the great big garbage patch. Now they've got robots that are pulling garbage out.
Right.
That literally happened from a dude that was Like nothing. He was like grew up in a small town.
Shit,
he just had the idea.
Let's fucking do that shit. Because again, Telluric, we're all Telluric, bro. And like, so we need to unify the world like together to where, you know, I mean, people don't need to be on the opposite side of the world struggling to like survive and like get water while I'm fucking showering every day in my shower here while someone's like traveling, you know, miles to go get water. It's 2023, bro. Like, there's no reason why any of this stuff needs to be happening anymore. You know, we can.
And the magic of it is like you could say something like you could describe a technology for wireless water transfer. It sounds so crazy, but just you saying those words might make some millionaire down the road send us an email and say, "Let's build it. Here's my investors. Here's my," you know, it's like,
yeah,
I think the
actually,
barrier to solving those problems is the mind.
What's crazy, you know, I actually, there was a guy that contacted me on a Facebook Messenger that was not the person that was actually contacting me, because I knew that it wasn't the actual person. And I'm like, hold on, you're a scammer, bro. Like, who are you? And it turns out it's some guy in like Nigeria or whatever. So he ends up, I actually end up giving him my email, and I'm like, you know what? Like, you're a scammer, bro, but like, I understand why you're scamming people, because you're like in a poor bunk ass country where like you don't have any money. And I was like, so email me what you need. Email me what you want. And so he did, and he actually ended up emailing me. But the problem was, he didn't end up ever giving me enough information for me to ever actually be able to help him. Wow. You know, but it was like,
you got such a cool heart.
Yeah, it was one of those things where he actually ended up calling me on the Facebook Messenger, and he apologized to me. And he's like, "I'm sorry that I tried to scam you." And he's like, "I'm sorry." And I was like, "Bro, I'm King David. Like, how dare you try to scam me?" And he's like, and he's like, I'm sorry, man. You know, like, I was like, bro, it's okay. Like, I forgive you for trying to scam me, but like, bro, like, you don't need to be doing that shit. Like, you know, what do you guys need? Like, just give me your email, and so we can figure some shit out, you know?
Wow, we call an apology. You made an impact. Man, I swear, sometimes just being so different in the sense of kind and not trying to take advantage of people will change lives. I've had people come at me with some intense, like, vicious type of stuff, and if you reciprocate and show them back love, like, I'm not going to let you take advantage of me, of course, but I love you as a human, and I'm going to try to help you. Watch me do it without wanting anything back. It will melt another human, because they'll say, "Oh man, well, that's the same kind of heart that I have. Why am I now in these shoes of a poisonous, treacherous, evil villain? That's not really me. That person over there that showed me love is the true me." And then it's really hard to be an evil villain because you just saw love in front of you, you know? I love that, man. What a cool story. Telling the scammer, email me what you need, I'll get it to you.
I mean, well, yeah, I was just like, dude, like, I mean, if you honestly need money and shit, like, I mean, I'll send you fucking $20 or whatever. Like, I mean, I'm not like trying to, like, you know, you don't have to scam me out of it. Like, I'll fucking send you like $20, and yeah, $20 is probably a shit ton of money to you, you know? So like, whatever, like, I'll, you know, just tell me where to send it to, you know? You don't have to scam me, you know? But
all right, episode idea. We get one of the scammers on a stream and we talk to them about their life, and then we get our people to donate money to that scammer. Like, support him in his family, come on, so he doesn't have to scam us in America.
Right? There you go.
Oh,
no,
man.
I
Dude, this has been
it.
such a cool conversation, man. This has been so much
fun.
Oh
my God.
I'm glad we did the 420 to 420. I think this is a perfect slot.
And we did it. We did it 420 to 420, and it's past 420, but like, I mean, so yeah, we can kind of like maybe start calling it here. We got 6 viewers though. I mean, people are watching, and like, you know, I thank you for the people that are watching, and you guys that are listening to us, you know, listen to us to just rambling and bullshitting, because like, you know, I mean, we had Amarin Reed just like came in here now, and he's like, saying that that's all you need, and he's now listening. So I mean, we're getting people in now,
Man, and this was an equipment test, a test run. That's the power of, that's the success that I had in the last live streaming thing that I had. The power of doing good, man. The power of being good and showing love and being genuine and trying to build true connection to try to help somebody and not try to get something out of it, man. It's getting so rare. It's not even that hard to be amazing. You just have to be good. It's
right.
But so let's do this. I know we've got 6 people still on the stream. Feel free to stay on. I'm going to jump off, but let's get a next one scheduled, man. Let's so that way for the 6 people watching, maybe they can tune in next time, and we can maybe let them pick from the list that we just wrote down what to talk about. Does that sound good?
Yeah. No, I like that, and yeah, okay. I want to do more streams with you. It's actually kind of nice doing this dual stream thing and having someone to talk with and stuff. This is awesome. Man, and
it's just like we were talking about, man. All this organization goes to waste if I don't have a creative mind to press the live button. So I appreciate you just the same, brother. We can make some change. We can make some change here.
Yeah,
let's say the next week. Let's just say 1 week. Not that we have to do Tuesdays at 4:20 every day. I typically work until 5, so it kind of depends on the date. If I can shift my meetings around and stuff like that. So I should be able to hit 4:30 most days, but if not, definitely 5. I can jump in a little later. Are you available the 14th?
Yeah. So yeah, hey, Valentine's Day. Let's do it.
Oh shit! I can't do a Valentine's Day stream, and not because I have a lady, but because one of my brothers who I've been hanging out with for 2 decades is now going through a divorce. So I'm spending Valentine's Day with him. We're getting a workout in and talking about our self-help books that we've been reading. Anyway,
Danae, Brandon, and Amarin are all saying that yes, they want another one. They're waiting for another one. So let's do another one. So
how about this is the way it goes. We have to get something on the calendar before we end. Know how these things are. I'm gonna put you on speakerphone real quick and just take a look at the calendar.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Maybe the day after. Let's see here.
Thank you guys for watching, bro. Thank you guys for watching, because that's everything, bro. That's everything to me, that you guys actually care to listen in on this stuff,
And let us know what you guys want to talk about. We can talk for days. We can guide you guys in so many different directions, and technology and philosophy and religion. But if you guys want to talk about something totally different, I'm absolutely there. So, and brother, however I can help you as far as technology, guests, ecosystem, conversation, I'm there for you. But how about we say this? Once a week, let's just shoot for an hour or 2 live stream, and we'll go from there. How's that sound?
Yeah, we'll do that. So next week, when are you free next week? And
let's say the day after Thanksgiving. Let's say, typically Wednesdays are pretty good for me.
Okay,
so let's say
15th. All right.
Unless somebody on the chat has another idea. They're VIP. They're our entire family.
Thank you, Danae. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys for commenting and jumping on and chatting with us.
No, cool. The comments are also they're commenting and stuff, and I love it. This is great.
Awesome. Day one, man, not bad.
Yeah. No, this is awesome.
Cool.
And Lux wants to come and say hi too.
Just to say goodbye for the farewell.
Comes and says goodbye.
Well, thank you guys for jumping on, and brother, thank you so much for the trust that you gave me to jump on your stream, be here for you people. I'm looking forward to next week, and hit me up if you got any questions or any thoughts in between, man. Okay?
Definitely. So 15th, 4:20 to 4:20.
I should be able to make that work. Yeah. And if my meeting's running a little late, I'll join around 5. But I love the idea of 4:20 to 4:20. So let's say that.
Yeah.
Let's run with that, man.